Hi, my name is Krista Meyering. I live in Columbus, Ohio, and I teach second grade in an urban school district. I've been teaching for 8 years now. I started my career in a charter school setting and moved to a public school. Both schools were similar demographics. Most students receive free lunches, title funds, very culturally diverse schools. I'm certified to teach kindergarten to third grade. My first year teaching was a kindergarten first grade split, which was very interesting coming out of college and teaching a split in those very young kiddos. Probably wasn't my favorite grade. Right now teaching second grade, I love the content, love the kiddos. I've also taught third grade. So I'm comfortable teaching second and third grade, but second's my favorite. Next year we'll be going to third grade, however. We have something in Ohio called the Ohio Third Grade Reading Guarantee. So third grade is very high stakes testing for us. In order for students to be promoted, they need to either pass the Ohio Reading Assessment, which is like a MAP assessment, or PARC assessment. So I plan to make the best of my rest of my year in second grade, and I'm excited to show you my website. So this is my website. I'm going to focus on an area. It was new for me to put something like this together. I've not used a program like this, so it was definitely a learning curve. The quote that we have here on my computer's not. The quote we have on the front: "Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world." I love that quote. I have it posted in my classroom. I think it's very impactful. I have my About Me section, a picture, my resume, the skills and documents below, evidence-based practice and standards. And then I'm going to focus on support. Okay, so I'm really going to focus here on Artifact 1, which is, I have my QRI summary, and that really helped me to support my students. I think this was a really great assessment. It showed me a process which I could use to adapt the process to meet the needs of all learners in my classroom. So I could either adapt up or down based on academic level. I could definitely change my content based on cultural differences, backgrounds. There's a lot of ways that I could adapt what I learned in here to meet the needs of my learner. So I'm just going to scroll through and look at the website. So I want to talk more about this. The book tasting was a great way to get to learn more about my learner and just have a good conversation to kind of like break the ice. So we started out with a card game, sorting books, seeing what books they liked, didn't like. Then moved on to the word list to see, to identify their starting level. Oral narrative passages. Again, these are, now that I have the passages and I have all of the assessments, I can do these assessments for any student based on their level. So I would start off with their word list, go into fluency. The summary is something that I feel would be a strength to type up and give to other support staff that is working with the student. This would be great so that all the legwork is done. The student can begin their intervention and the teacher knows what's going on, or begin their small groups, whatever instruction the student is attending, so that every teacher doesn't need to do all the assessments and it's kind of like not waste the time, because it's great to get to know the student, but it is time consuming to do for every student. So this summary is something that I feel would be very valuable to pass on to a different teacher that's working with your student. And then instructional recommendations, also it would be great to pass on to not only other teachers working with the student, but possibly the parent at home. And I would also use this during parent-teacher conferences as a way to enhance their instruction and to provide feedback specifically on what I think their next step should be for instruction. So my next step is to take a few months off from classes. I'd be honest, I wasn't saying the last 2 years were quite a challenge. I actually did the program in a year and a half because at my district we're hiring reading specialists, and if I had my master's in, I could apply for the position. So I sent an email and got it figured out that I could take some extra classes, so I ended up doing the program in a year and a half. I have a husband and 2 toddlers and teaching full-time. It's been crazy. Definitely learned a lot, but it's been a challenge. So my next steps are to definitely take some time off from continuing my education. I do want to, I think, pursue another master's degree, possibly from KU. I've enjoyed the format, enjoyed the program, and the online program is great, especially for someone, that has a family and a busy schedule. But the way it works with our contract is if we have our master's and then master's plus 30 hours gets us the highest pay column. So I definitely want to pursue that. Probably take a year off and then I will jump back into it. But I appreciate everything. It's been great. I've enjoyed the support, the colleagues, interaction. Everything has been wonderful. So thank you.